Alright guys, it's Monday night. I thought I'd take you down here and show you some of the food offerings that are available down here near downtown. Yeah. My camera is not good at night, obviously. Alright. You can get all different kinds of things down here. I won't make this clip too long because I want you to be able to see. But street food roll right here. You can get all kinds of snacks and good things to eat. Whatever you want. It's a big pile of meat. All grilled up for you, ready to go. There you go, fruit shakes for $1. Whatever kind you want, even combinations. I like banana and mango. That's always nice and refreshing, cools me down. But yeah, all of these places, they have the, each one has these little plastic chairs and tables set up with a holder for napkins, and as you can see, people back there eating napkins, all the sauces and spices and other things you might want to add to your dish. And the good thing is, from everything I've ate down here, nothing, the most expensive thing I think is like $2 that I've seen. Most things are $1 to $1.50, which is a really good deal. This place here, when I made my video about the broth, best broth in Siem Reap, right down here at this little food stall, Thai noodle soup. And over there you have a Swenson's and the Pizza Company, which is a local Cambodian Domino's type place. Domino's type. We do have Domino's here, by the way. But the Pizza Company has several locations here in Siem Reap, and I believe Phnom Penh and Battambang as well. Also have a couple little stores and a pharmacy. ATM machines if you need cash. Little place over here where you can sit down and enjoy a cocktail right on the main road. And then there are more stalls further down that way where you see all the traffic and lights. All kinds of options. It's one reason, I'm sure you've heard the saying, you shouldn't go grocery shopping if you're hungry. And that's the same reason we usually don't come down here until after we've eaten. The options are just almost endless on what you can order. A cafe over there, Sister Sray Cafe. Looks like they're closing up for the night. That's a pretty good little coffee shop, cafe, place to go and chill out. Yes. Then we got the meat, the rotisserie meat. Yeah. That right there is the one that was the most expensive one I ate. They got these great wraps with that rotisserie chicken, I believe it is. And they stuff it full of vegetables and tomatoes and almost like a mayonnaise type sauce. So you're getting some Western flavors in there. And one of those wraps is pretty big, but it's very, very good, very good. Like I said, it's the most expensive thing down here, but that doesn't mean it's expensive. It just means comparatively to other food offerings, it's expensive. But I mean, back where I come from in Michigan, one of my favorite places in my town was a place called Kozak's. Kozak's had gyros. It was a Greek place. Gyros and hand-cut, homemade, fresh French fries. Very delicious, and the size of the fries was amazing. You get a large fry and eat that. Sometimes I'd barely have room to eat the actual sandwich. I mean, it was huge. But anyway, prices slowly started going up there in the last couple of years that I lived there. And it was, for a euro and a large fry, like $8, $8.50. By the time I left, it was like a little bit over $11 for the same thing. So it wasn't as affordable as it once was. It was right across the street from my apartment, though. And it was absolutely fantastic. So, Mr. Kozak's, if you're ever in Grand Haven, Michigan, look it up. It's worth it. You had a very good meal. But anyway, so what I'm saying is $2 for that, which is about the same size as one of their gyros. Yeah, that's a really good deal. Anyway, more stuff down here. A lot of places where you can get smoothies or fruit juices for $1. And like I said, that's always refreshing when it's really hot outside. And as you can see, it goes on and on and on, all the way down to the end of the street. So you will never... I love when it blows this way, the smoke. All that delicious smoke blowing right in my face. And these right here are right across the street. Over there is the old market. Part of it, like I always say, the old market is pretty big, goes all the way around a huge block. And that's where you buy anything else you need, like a one-stop shop. So, we're going to get into the darkness a little bit, so I will talk to you guys later. Alright guys, it's now Tuesday morning. This is what I like to call my chore day. I have some things I have to take care of. I've been letting go. I need another haircut. I did shave. I let that thing grow for a couple weeks. So I had to shave. Sangali's going to trim my beard and mustache for me later. So I'm going to stop and get a haircut. I had to get my visa extension done from my trip to Poi Phet. It expires on the 13th and it needs time to go to Phnom Penh. So even though it's only the 8th, I want to give it plenty of time to get there. To get my EB extension. So I took care of that. And that's really the worst way you can go, is getting a 1 month extension. Those things cost a lot of money, considering you can get like a 6 month for like $180. 1 month will cost you like, depending on where you go, $55 to $60, which I guess is about right. But anyway, I got to do all this stuff today. And I really don't feel like it. It seems like every time I have a day where I have to do a lot of stuff, I just don't feel like getting up and doing it. Got to kind of make myself get out the bed. Anyway, but the weird thing that happened today, and let me catch you guys up on my school situation first. Everything that's happened so far. So I started work teaching English at the beginning of September. It was a new school. It had just opened. We had our first batch of students all all ready to go. And when I started there, we agreed financially my base pay would be about $1,000 per month. Now this includes 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the afternoon, and that also included a nightly 1 hour class for adults. So 7 hours a day, no problem. This did not include holidays. And when I started, of course, they had 6 in 1 month, 4 in the next month. So I never actually got paid the $1,000, but it wasn't because the school was not withholding money. It's just because of the holidays we didn't get paid for. I never made that amount. But still, I knew coming up like December, January, February, one holiday each, no problem, I'd get close to that. Well, because of certain financial things that happened, not a lot of new enrollments, a couple of the investors for the school backed out and couldn't provide any finances. About the second week of December, we had a meeting with a lady from Phnom Penh where the headquarters for the school are, or for the school is, and she explained that because of these financial things, they would have to cut the teacher pay to a base pay of $600 a month. So as you can imagine, that's almost half of what I had agreed on. But that would include holidays. It would just be a base salary of $600 a month. I said I can live with that, and I did get something out of it. I told them for that money I don't want to come back in and do the evening class for an hour. I get out of work, I get out of my afternoon class at 4:30, and then I would have to go back in at 6:30 or hang around the school until 6:30 just to teach for an hour. And then by the time I got home, took a shower and got something to eat, I didn't have any time to do anything, because then I would have to go to bed so I could get up the next morning. So I said okay, and they agreed. They said fine. So for $600, not ideal, but good enough, you know. And then just about a week, well, actually just about 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, the main director of the school came from Phnom Penh and had a meeting with each of us individually, administrative staff and teachers. And I don't know what was said in any of the other meetings, but in mine he said, well, things don't look as good as we thought, and we will now have to reduce your pay to only $400 a month. And I politely said, no, I can't do that. That's 120 hours a month for $400. That's about $3.33 an hour, which is about $6 an hour too low on average for this area. Some places will pay more, but generally speaking, that's about, $9, $10 an hour is average. So I said no. My rent and utilities, as you know from previous videos, runs about $200 a month, which is no problem. But let's say there's a month where I have to extend my visa. Even if I do it for, let's say I get a 3-month extension, and then the 3rd month I have to extend it again. Well, there goes almost all of the other $200 I would get paid. So I would be, broke if I accepted that every month. So I said I can't live on that. I just can't. But I told him that I would come in for the next week and finish out my classes, which was last week. I told him I'd come in every day, I'd do my job, and that would be the end of it. So yesterday was a holiday. today, about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, Lai gets a call from the school wanting to know where we were. And she has a conversation with the administrator in Khmer because she doesn't know, good English. So I let Lai talk to her, and then she explains it to me the best she can what's going on. But apparently I was supposed to be there. Now I don't understand. He did say in the meeting, the boss said in the meeting, that if something changed and they could still afford the $600, he would let me know, and asked if I'd be willing to stay if that could happen, and I said yes. So I don't know if something changed and I just wasn't told about it. I don't know if a conversation went on about me, not regarding me, that wasn't communicated to me. I have no idea what's going on, but they were wondering how come I wasn't at my job. Now, I'm not the kind of person who just doesn't go to work when I don't feel like it. If I'm supposed to be somewhere, I do it. I believe in that. So even though I shouldn't, I felt kind of bad because I did not know they expected me to be there. But they did. So I'll go in tomorrow and hopefully try to get the administrator. I'll try to get her to understand what the confusion was, what the thing is, and also ask her, did the price change, or are they going to give me the $600 a month? Because that will determine whether I'm going to stay or look for another job this week. Anyway, that's the situation, and it's a very confusing situation for me because I'm not sure. I couldn't understand why she was calling. It took me a while to figure out what Lai was saying, that they wanted to know where I was, and that was weird to me. It's like either somebody didn't talk to somebody, if she has information I don't have, or Terrace gave her information not given to me. I don't know what happened, but apparently they still want me there and I have my job there, but whether I stay or not is going to depend on what I find out tomorrow about my pay. So that's the update on my school. Now I am still looking. That's one of the other things I have to do today that I should have got up and got done earlier, but I have to print out. I have a new resume with all my current information and all my previous experience. I updated it to include this school, and I have to go make copies of that. I also need a few more passport pictures to add to my CV packet when I drop them off at schools. Things like that. So I'm still looking, and we'll see what happens. But at least right now it sounds like, anyway, I still got a job. I hope that's the case. But I thought I'd give you that quick update about my school. I promised you in a couple videos ago that I would, and then it just kind of slipped my mind because I thought not really much to tell. Friday was my last day, and I'll let you know when I get a new job, blah, blah, blah. But apparently I still got one, so we're just down here right now by the river, enjoying the shade and the views. Very nice out today, very breezy. And also, one of my viewers mentioned when I made the video about watching the dust, he made a really good point, and something people might not think about. It's not just the dirt blowing around that makes everything dusty. That's a problem. The thing is, there's what's in the dust, because there's a lot of garbage here. The example he gave me in the comment section happens here a lot with the dogs. They poop everywhere, it dries up, then it gets blown around in the dust, and you're breathing that kind of stuff in. So having one of those masks on your face would help with that. If you plan on coming over here, and I know it seems like a very Asian thing to wear a mask, you don't see a lot of foreigners do it, but if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, definitely buy some. You can find them here, good quality ones and the cheaper ones depending on your needs, so you don't have to worry about bringing them with you. And it's not an everyday occurrence, that depending on where you live and where you walk around, it's not an everyday occurrence. But when it gets windy and you live in an area like I do, where the lot next door is nothing but dirt, it will pick up and swirl around and blow right in on you. So yeah, you want to mind that. You want to be careful of that. All right, that's my updates. Hope it wasn't too boring. Not really much else going on today. Finished my chores, and I'll let you know tomorrow what I get told about my money. All right, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I thought I'd end this video with a tuk-tuk ride back from the old market. Went down, got some vegetables, rice. Lots and lots of good stuff, less than $8. Usually I'd like to record these kind of rides, wide open spaces where you got room and you can kind of see something. Unfortunately, this area here is congested, so there's going to be a lot of stopping. One of the temples. This area here is what I showed you in the first clip, just during the daytime. Where all the vendors are for all the good food and stuff. This is a very steep bridge, and I actually saw a tuk-tuk with a couple of passengers. It actually got stuck going up the hill. It wouldn't go up the hill, so passengers had to get out and help push it up. There's too much weight in there. That was pretty funny. Probably not funny to the people who were back of it trying to get around and couldn't, but to me, that was pretty funny. I mean, you're only paying $2, you can get out and help, right? Territory, so I will end this one here now. This time I promise. Just thought I'd add this little tuk-tuk ride at the end, because who doesn't enjoy a tuk-tuk ride? Talk to you guys in the next one.